We are here to launch BYOBottle, an environmental campaign that engages artists, venues, festivals and fans to reduce plastic pollution in the music industry by promoting reusable water bottles and water refill stations at music events. And you would have seen some of those across Bluesfest this weekend, no doubt. Green Music Australia started the campaign 3 years ago, and they have 100 Australian artists signed on who have made the commitment to tour with their reusable water bottles, which is great. The goal is pretty simple: to engage the music industry to turn the tide on plastic pollution by promoting reusable water bottles and refill stations at music events.
We did a couple shows on this last run, one in Santa Barbara, the Santa Barbara Bowl, where luckily we had some really good friends running the venue that we all decided, hey, let's try something. Let's pass out a cup, a reusable stainless steel cup, as kind of a commemorative item as people come in, part of the ticket. And it was really just a tester. We wanted to see, let's see what happens if we do a completely plastic-free show. There's no plastic bottles for sale. What kind of complaints we get, as long as we make refillable stations prevalent throughout the venue. So after the show, we asked them, like, did you get any complaints, did you get any nasty emails? They said not one, that's kind of rare. Usually we do, but we didn't get any. And if anything, it was the first time we've gotten people like calling and writing emails saying, thank you so much for making this change. As a surfer, somebody who loves the ocean, I really appreciate it. So we've seen that it feels like the world's kind of ready for this one, and it's perfect timing. So we really are excited about taking the Green Music groups. Sorry, now I'm messing it up. Green Music Australia, I combined the two names. Their idea of BYOBottle, we've worked with them in the past on tour here, and so that's where we learned about it, and we're excited to be expanding
it. This was something that Lisa Gents and myself, Lisa's from Hussey Hicks, I was already thinking about this last year, and it's so great that, like he said, we've all kind of been in this zone where we're ready to make this change. I think as artists, as people, ready to evolve, hopefully to the next level. I think especially seeing how the rest of the world politically seems to be in a holding pattern or even going backwards. You kind of have to make that change in yourself and really, all right, well, I got to step up then if nobody else is going to, and at least do my own part, to make less of an impact on the planet. And at least if we go down in flames, I know that I wasn't a part of the stoking of the fire. It's a small comfort, but at least I'd be probably, the pain of the burn was a little less maybe, but sorry, that got dark, didn't it?
Single-use containers, whether they're plastic, which is probably some of the worst, or a different kind of single-use, there's I think a cultural problem with this idea of a throwaway item. It's such a huge contributor to consumption and climate change, which is going to be a massive challenge for us as a species going forward. So we were really keen to tackle this thing, and I think the third reason we tackled it is because it's actually really achievable. That's what the exciting thing about what we've done has been, is that we've seen so many artists and festivals jump on board because they know, oh wow, okay, so what you're asking us to do is simply get rid of bottled water. What does that mean? All right, tour with our reusable bottle, and you'll hear from people that are doing that, like Nicky Bomba's crew at Melbourne Ska Orchestra, and literally 100, we've got over 100 artists that are doing that now. And not only by touring bottled water free, they're not only doing a personal change, which is really powerful, but they're also letting venues and festivals know through their drinks rider that that's not something they want anymore.
We tour with about 25 to 30 people. If we just have 3 water bottles each, 4 bottles, there's 100 water bottles right there. And sometimes they give us the water bottles that are only this small, and so it's ridiculous, So an immediate thing that we do, and I call out to all tour managers, especially because kind of they're the guys, especially in a band like ours, and Molly, our tour manager, is here. On the initial email when we're getting all the gigs and everything, it's specified: bring water bottles, all right? A festival like this is great. There's one right there, this red water bottle that was supplied by the festival. Okay, that happens a lot in the States, right? Because when we tour to the States, there's 5 or 6 water bottles I've got just from the gigs that I've still got, and stainless steel ones. So not so much in Australia, but great, Peter, for doing that.
I think it's about before you first played in 2001 that we'd banned plastic bags on site and put it all into everything into paper sacks, and had cornstarch plates and had plantation timber knives and forks. We've been doing that for 20 years. We don't go out there and advertise it, because when you do the right thing, you don't have to do that. You just do it.